Hey everyone, I'm John Resig. I'm the co-founder of TheCHIVE. I've traveled here to the Papagayo Peninsula in Costa Rica to track down the resident conspiracy theorist at the office, Patrick McManus. Hi. Patrick, you want to tell everyone why you're here?
I'm just here because I think this is the best place to be in case of ultimate financial collapse.
Walk everybody through, in your opinion, what actually happens in the event of a financial collapse. Do we suddenly, are we out on the streets? Are we nomads? Are we?
Well, not all at once.
Okay.
It happens slowly, then quickly. So every trade in the country, in the world, or most, are done using U.S. dollars.
And why is that?
Well, we won World War II. That was the Bretton Woods Agreement, where we signed into an agreement with all the countries, mostly the winners, so we get to be the world reserve currency. However, world reserve currencies only stick around usually for about 100 years. But in the current climate, we have these bills that we can't pay for. Well, eventually that comes home to roost. If you can't pay off that credit card debt, what do? You go bankrupt. The only outcome I see is the collapse of the dollar. The dollar collapses, and then the world says, well, we don't want to use that anymore. The international bank would most likely set up a whole new currency. They'll go to the countries that have gold and they'll say, hey, give us a bit of your gold, we'll let you buy into this currency.
Because when the tide rolls out, you see who's got their pants down.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Who's got the gold. What do you think gold would be worth in that set, like per ounce?
Probably say 5-6 grand. I mean, if everything really went sour, I could see it going to 10 grand. But I don't know. It really depends on how far the dollar falls. Because again, gold cost doesn't go up and down. It's the worth of the dollar, the value of the dollar.
Explain that to everybody.
Well, gold has an intrinsic value. 1 ounce of gold is worth this much value, right?
Yeah.
In all of history, if you took all the gold that's ever been found, it would only fit in 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools. So it's a finite resource. That's what gives it its value. There's only so much of this. The dollar, as we print more dollars, the real value of a dollar goes down. It's called inflation, right?
Yeah.
The gold doesn't change. It really doesn't go up and down in value. It's the dollar and other currencies that are linked to the gold that go up and down in value. And if everything hit the fan, well, your stocks are going to collapse. The dollars that you have in your savings account are going to collapse. Your 401k is going to collapse. So the only thing that's going to prop you up is that gold, because that's going to be able, you're going to be able to get physical cash should the time come. It's designed as an instrument that keeps your money stable.
Everyone knows that you collect, and I would maybe say hoard, a lot of gold.
I mean, I'm not going to go on record saying that, but I mean, you can say that.
Which is why you're an expat.
Which is why I live here in Costa Rica. It's just a great place. The people are great, the food's great. I don't like water though. I'm not a big fan. But other than that, it's really great.
It's called Costa Rica, it's all coastline.
Well, I mean, I like looking at it.
I know she skipped rocks like a 14-year-old girl.
Well, I've been working on it.
You have?
Well, hey, I've got plenty of time. I'll be here for a while.
Do people accept the gold yet?
And if the local gold trader, sure.
Do you think it matters if, let's just say, you put Bill Murray's face on a collectible gold coin?
Sure.
Does that matter?
It does. 1, it's cool as hell, you know. But 2, in the long run, as long as that's gold, that's value, right?
Yeah.
So with Bill's face on there, it just makes it that much more special. But that gold, though, is just the same as any other gold that you might buy that's 99.99% pure. Its value is intrinsic no matter where you go, all around the world.
Because you just melt it down.
You could. You could sell it to a dealer, they'll test it, they'll say, oh yeah, it is 99.99% pure. It weighs an ounce, we'll give you the value of that in our local currency. Anywhere you go in the world. I can go into the local precious metal.
What about the vendors here at the hotel?
I mean, no, they look at me a little strange.
Oh, no, sir, not here. No, I'm so sorry, but no, sorry.
The last thing I'm going to talk to you about is the Bill Murray silver coin.
And 99.99% fine silver. I love silver because silver obviously has a lot more upside.
Why is that?
I think silver has a lot more uses industrially, so it also not only is a store of value, but also can be used industrially. So there's a little bit more value there. In fact,
so the Bill Murray silver coin could have a tremendous amount of value.
Sure, yeah.
Upside potential.
They could all go up in value. Non-apocalyptic collapse.
Got it.
Financial collapse value.
Yeah.
Most certainly.
All right. Well, Patrick, thanks. It's been nice seeing you.
Yeah, nice. Thank you so much for coming out here and
It
visiting.
took me a long time.
Well, it's a fun trip, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
That landing's pretty.
Yeah, in the fog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,